Hi there, I'm Robin. You may not know me. You're probably one of either a small group of people who I have actually sent this video link to, or one of those people has sent this on to you thinking that you might be interested. What I'm putting together here is a video to go with a crowdfunding appeal which is going around the UK at the moment. Essentially, I am a writer and researcher and policy advisor who's done a lot of work around homelessness and how services, particularly in the UK, are responding quite creatively, imaginatively to the challenge of working with the psychological and emotional needs of people who are homeless. We have a term that we have used here, which is to talk about creating a psychologically informed environment to help create a whole package of services that will work with an individual. It's very, very similar in many respects to what you call trauma-informed care. And from what I hear, the two fit really well together. They both have strengths that's kind of form quite a synergy between them. There are differences, and sometimes those differences are quite valuable in teasing out different advantages and opportunities. And I'm actually the chap that came up with the term psychologically informed environment, and it's in a couple of papers I wrote and a couple of government documents that then endorsed this approach within the UK. Now the situation is that I'm going to the States in April to visit my daughter, and I'm going to be there for about a week or so in Michigan. And it would be daft, really, whilst I'm going all the way there, not to take the opportunity to extend this developing dialogue between the UK and the United States around working with psychological and emotional needs, complex trauma, personality disorder, all those kind of dysfunctional difficulties in living that make it hard for people to engage and that make it easy for services to exclude individuals who don't fit their criteria, and how we need to work with whole service cultures to meet the needs of people with complex needs. So that's the opportunity that I have by being there to actually go and visit more such services. What I am interested in doing is using a lot of modern communication technology, webinars and so on, to develop more of a dialogue. So although I can be there, I can also bring back interesting stories that get an interchange going. I have been very involved with research. I'm a research fellow at a couple of universities. And I have been very involved with developing a research agenda around how we know what works. But my feeling is that research is a bit one-dimensional. You have to have rather abstract generalities. You then have to try and quantify perhaps in some situations. But what really works is often much more contextualised, much more personalised, and particularly when you're working with highly marginalised and excluded individuals, you have to have a very empowering, very empathic way of working. That stuff doesn't lend itself to research very easily. The kind of dialogues we get between people and between services is much more vivid, much more truthful, I think, to the kind of work and the kind of challenges and the kind of skills and the kind of understanding that we're developing. And that's what I want to expand on, that's what I want to enlarge. I want to take the opportunity of being in the States and hopefully Canada for a couple of weeks to build up these contacts that we can then use in ongoing discussions afterwards. That's the opportunity that we have. That's the opportunity I want to expand and extend. So if you might be interested, give me a call, drop me an email. I will be in the States in April, but it's much better, I think, to try and plan things a bit in advance. So that's what it's about.